So we're just going to continue right where we left off. We're going to find the median of this set of information. So if you didn't do this already, on your graphing calculator, you're going to go to the Stat button, and then the first option right there is Edit. We're going to edit the list. The list is already cleared out, but if it wasn't, you could just go up onto L1, hit Clear, Enter, and it would clear everything for you. Then I just get to type in all these numbers into my list. So first one's 11, 17, 31, 18, 25, 12, 29, 13, and 15. And all we need to do is figure out what the median is. So I'm going to hit Stat again. This time I'm going to go to Calculate my one variable stats. And I'm going to do second 1 to tell my calculator that the information is in list 1. And I'm going to hit Enter. So the median is down here, past all the other stuff. Median is right here. The median is 17. So that was a lot quicker than doing it out by hand. A lot of the stuff that you're going to do on this test just involve you typing numbers in and letting the calculator do the work for you. We're going to find the median for this set of information. So I went to Stat again, Stat Edit. I'm going to clear out that list and then type all those numbers in. Okay, I'm going to go to Stat again, this time Calculate, one variable stats. I'm going to calculate it in list 1, and then my median this time is 9.5. Okay, find the mode of the following data. Now, the mode is not something that we can find in the calculator. The mode is something that we need to just look at. For the list, look for numbers that repeat. So I don't see 113 repeating. I don't see 154 repeating. 139. There is no mode for this information because none of those numbers repeat. Unless, John, you see something that I don't, because I don't see any of those numbers repeating. So there is no mode for that list. Find the mode of this list. I see 67 here, here, and here. 54, 1, 2, and 3. 91 repeats twice. 83, 46, 72. Okay, so I see 67 repeating 3 times. That one has 3. 91 is repeated twice, and 54 is repeated 3 times. So the mode in this case are 67 and 54 because they repeat more than any other number, and because it's equal both at 3, they're both the mode. So we have 2 modes this time. Okay? Alright, Billy Otto stocked up on canned goods at a grocery store. The frequency table shows the prices and the number of cans that he bought. Okay, so this is what I was telling you earlier about frequency tables. So everyone got confused and said, I thought we were only doing univariate, meaning one variable statistics. Well, this is still only one variable. The price of the canned goods is still the variable that we're looking at, but we just are using a frequency table to organize our information just a little bit better. If I didn't have a frequency table, in order to list all this stuff out, it would be 56, 56, 56, 56. Then I'd have to write out 9 73s. And this list would be just so big because there's 4, 9, 7, 5, 5, tons of numbers, that it's just so much easier to list it out into a frequency table instead. So we are going to input this frequency table into your calculator, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And we are going to look to find the mean price and the median price. Okay? So let's go back to stat, go into our list again, and I have numbers in there right now, so I'm going to clear those out. Now you're going to input your information the exact same way that you see it on the screen. So you're going to go 56, 73, 78, 82, and 86. Those are all the prices of the canned goods that I have. Now the only difference is now I'm going to go over to list 2, and I'm going to list how many of each of those that I have. So I have 4 cans that cost $56 or cents or whatever. I have 9 of these. I have 7 of these, 5, and 5. So the way that we're going to explain to our calculator what we're doing, we're going to go into stats, calculate, and we're still always going to push this button for one variable stats, because I only have one variable stats, except for this time I have to tell the calculator, hey, I don't just have information in L1, you have to look in L2 as well, because it's a frequency table. So you can't just write L1, L2, you have to write L1, and then there's a comma button right here that I'm sure you've never noticed before, because we never use commas in math. L1, comma, and then do L2. Then you hit enter. That is a key, very important part of these questions. You need to tell the calculator that you have information in 2 different lists. And now it's going to give you all the information that you need, just like before. You want to know what the mean is? Well, the mean is the average. The mean is X bar, and that's always the first number listed right here. And it's 75.56667, and it wants it to the nearest cent. So that would be 76 cents. Okay, and then the median is listed further down. The median is 78 cents. Now here's a way that you can double check to make sure that you typed in everything correctly. If for some reason you forgot and you didn't do L1, L2, this N right here would only say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be N is equal to 5, because if it was only looking in list 1, you would only have 5 sets of information, 5 data points to be looking at. But because you typed in L1, L2, it has 4 plus 9, which is 13, plus another 7, which is 20, plus another 5, which is 25, plus 5 is 30. So because you typed in L1, L2, it now knows that there's actually 30 sets of information to look at, not just 5. So that N is equal to 30. That's just another way for you to double check that you actually typed everything in correctly. Okay? So it's pretty cool because the calculator does the work for you and you don't have to add up 56 4 times, 73 9 times, all that stuff. Alrighty, let's see what else we've got. Alright, now, alright, almost done. Now we're going to talk about first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and interquartile range. So, 1 second. Alright. Well, the second quartile is also known as the median. So let me kind of explain this to you. If we have like, if you've ever seen like a, I don't know, let's just pretend that these are all the points of our information that we have. Well, we have first quartile, second quartile, and third quartile. The second quartile right here is just the median. It's the middle point of all of the information. So if I listed out all of my data points in numerical order from here to here, whatever they are, this Q2 is the median. It's the middle. And that means that 50% of the information that we have is above it. So 50% lies above the median. And 50% of all the data that we have lies below the median. Okay? So then we're going to talk about the first quartile. The first quartile is the middle of the lower half. And what I mean by that is, if you take a look at the median, it obviously splits all of our information right down the middle. So you have the lower section of the information of the data and the higher or the bigger section of the information. So the Q1 is the midpoint in between the lower set of the information. And what that also means is that if you take a look at where it is in terms of all of the data points that we have, 75% of all the data that we have lies above it. And 25% of all the information that we have lies below it. Okay, because this is 25% of all of our data points. That's 75%. So 25% lies below, 75% of it lies above it. And we actually call this the lower quartile, which is actually the 25th percentile. And I'm going to stop right here and start a new video because I want to explain that just a little bit more.